Hello. In this short video, I'm going to be experimenting with the composition in this shot here, in this area in general. So once you have all the pieces in place, it's very easy to do this kind of big experiments. And my whole objective here is to see if I can improve the composition from this direction, to see if I can make it more interesting. So I'm just trying different positions for the church, like either moving closer or further, trying different angles to get a feel for it, to see how it feels. And you will notice that each position of the church, it gives a different vibe for the area. So if the church was facing the other way, like it was a few seconds ago, it kind of guides the eye towards the right, which is not what I'm looking for here. I'm looking forward to have this sort of circular composition that it's going to guide the eye towards, or rather turn the player towards going backwards. Like I want the player to understand that this is a dead end, like a cul-de-sac. So it makes sense that the church is gonna face the street, you know, and also it makes sense that it's going to be aligned to the street, like centered with the street. And to make that composition interesting from that side too, I'm also making sure that I have different visuals on both sides. So on the right side I have a bunch of small residential buildings, but then on the left I have this more like a little more commercial kind of looking buildings. Yeah, and always trying from both sides, from all directions. You always want to be looking at your environment from all directions, because every corner should be a nice composition, or a composition that achieves what you're looking for in terms of navigation and fantasy, mood, all those kind of things. Yeah, so I think this is working pretty cool. Like when you turn around that bend, you get this big church centered in the composition, and I think that creates an impact. You know, it's like a little reveal. Like you make that corner, and then bam, right at the end you get this big church framing this composition. But yeah, the takeaway from this video is at this stage you should always experiment, give yourself a chance, you know, like be careful not to noodle too much, of course, but now is the time to do big experiments.